Like I said yesterday, Tony T, it's his second day off today, so he's taking a bit of a vacation, but you're going to be stuck with me for the next, I'd say, half hour to 45 minutes. We're going to get you some plays for tonight's primetime Major League Baseball action. Got tons of great handicappers on the show tonight. Heck, we may even have a bit of a like goal tonight if we can get enough likes going. Remember, guys, don't wait. Hit that thumbs up. Helps us out more than I think I could ever tell you guys. You hear it from Tony T, from myself, on the regular. They don't cost you a cent. They help us out a bunch. Hit that subscribe button as well. But we won't wait any longer. We'll get the show started. I'll bring in Al Ninos to lead things off tonight. Taking a look at one of the late night games for tonight's action. Let me bring in Al here. Let me get Al on the line. And there he is. Al, how's it going?
It's good, it's good. How are you?
I'm doing okay. Better than yesterday. But a smoother start to today than yesterday, I'll tell you that much. But anyways, like I was saying, you can see here you got one of the West Coast games for tonight's action. Got the Los Angeles Angels visiting the Mariners. Angels plus 170, Mariners minus 200. Over under set at 7 in this one.
Yeah, the Angels definitely not having their best season or their best stretch right now. Obviously, no Mike Trout in the lineup. But again, I think we're starting to see a little bit of that on these Angels. On the other side, I think they've made the season, and could be said, I guess, if you go back to last year, he had a great season. He started his season off pretty, but he's starting to fall off a little now, especially lately. I do think, he's been okay for the majority of the season. He's been okay, but again, I just think that the Mariners or Robbie Ray should be, no matter how good they've been, even at their peak, when they were on that win streak, I still wouldn't go like minus 200 with them. And they've cooled off a little now, coming off a couple wins coming into this one. Again, Ty France also rejoining the lineup here for Seattle, but still, I just think we're getting a lot of value on the Angels, who, again, have been very disappointing, but they still have Shohei Ohtani, who's, I think, one of the greatest players. Again, possibly could be one of the greatest players ever if he, avoids injuries, of course, and, keeps playing at this level, which is going to be hard to this pace, but, I think he's capable to stay somewhere within these numbers for a long time, and I just like the value we're getting here with the Angels. Not my prettiest, my strongest play, but I do think it's a good, strong value play.
Like I said, Al, you can see here, I was a little bit floored, I'm not going to lie, when you sent the pick in, because I was like, man, this is a little bit out of what the norm from what we're seeing from Al, but I will say, it's a play that definitely makes sense, and at least from a value perspective, because I kind of had to rub my eyes a little bit too when I saw the minus 200. But I'll ask you this: were you more surprised to see rumors? We all saw rumors at the trade deadline that the Angels were fielding offers for Ohtani. Were you more shocked that the offers came out, or that they didn't try to blow it up and try to deal him like we were hearing a lot of folks say that maybe they would?
I think honestly, as I said, it's going to be hard for him to keep these numbers up. So his market value probably, is as good as it gets, really, if you ask me. It's hard to beat what he's been doing, So obviously they were going to get some great offers. Now it's probably very hard to turn these offers down. But again, I'm kind of glad they didn't, because at the end of the day, when you can build around a player like Ohtani, but it's just hard to replace a player like him. So if you have a guy like him, I would be more likely to deal Trout, which, again, I don't think they would deal Trout just based on his just based on the number of jerseys he sells. That alone, I think, is a reason enough to keep a Mike Trout around. He's a great baseball player, no doubt. But again, it's hard to get rid of these players. Obviously, we saw some big big trades. You know, we saw the Nationals get rid of their big players, but they weren't going anywhere. Not like the Angels are going far this season, but I do think that if they stay healthy next year, they can be a team to make a run for the playoffs. But yeah, getting the offers, I'm not surprised. I mean, I would try to make an offer, for Ohtani if I had the chance. What's the worst that could happen? They're gonna say no. Okay, you got to take your shot. As Wayne Gretzky once said. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. You got to take those shots. Can't blame anyone for trying now. And am I shocked that they turned them down? No. Again, as I said, I would probably try to keep a player like Ohtani and try to build around him rather than see what I can get for him. Except if you're sending me like 2-3 superstars my way, then yes, I'd have to consider it. But if you're sending me a package with some, a bunch of decent players with some prospects or whatever, yeah, I think I'll stick with my Ohtani.
Yeah, that's the problem for the Angels is that it's always, well, we'll get him next year, and then next year comes, and it's we'll get him next year, and it's just become a bit of a recurring theme that I'm probably sure that Mike Trout and even Shohei Ohtani are kind of getting tired of having to say year after year. But anyways, they said Al here. Go ahead.
Real quick, one last thing on that. It wasn't too long ago then, it was Mike Trout versus the world, every time the Angels played, and now they did get him some help again. Now it's just a matter of staying healthy and trying to piece it all together.
We'll have to see with that back injury. They said he's going to have to monitor over the course of his entire career, but
it didn't sound like a good one.
Yeah, definitely. But like I said here, Al, on the Angels, plus 170, a value play here. And we take a look at Pick Dogs Premium, where you had it looks like you had a great day yesterday. I saw you on the leaderboard. And what do you have going on today?
I do have a 3-pack and then a couple different plays that aren't in that 3-pack. And again, best way to get all those plays is to go long term or go 2-for-1 capper specials.
Yeah, definitely. Al just said it perfectly. Check out the 2-for-1 capper special or anything long term for that matter, because it saves you from buying packages per day, per month, or for whatever you're gonna do. And if you use that promo code OG15, you're only stretching out your dollar. And I'll tell you, Al and I are the same, that we put out a lot of plays on the regular, and I think you can agree, only going long term sort of maximizes that value.
Absolutely, and that's the thing, obviously we try to put our best plays in the 3-packs, and our best bet, usually most of us have our best play sold individually as well, but that's not always the play that's going to come through too. And again, for everyone looking for more action or more plays, you don't want to be playing for every pick separately. Sorry, you don't have to be paying. You don't want to be paying for every pick separately. So best way to go is just long term, and better yet, 2-for-1 capper specials.
Yeah, exactly. But anyways, and Al, thank you so much for coming on. Appreciate it. My screen's a little bit stuck here, but I'm trying to work through it. But I appreciate you coming on, helping me out, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks again, Chris. Yeah, have a good weekend.
You too. I'll see you on the weekend. Anyways, Al Ninos, like I said, definitely taking a value play today, and hopefully be able to help us out on the weekend as well. And as I'm trying to get this going, well, you see me there, and it's one of those things where, like I said, it's modern technology. But anyways, let's see if we can get this going again. And there I am. Okay, so anyways, we had Al on the call, and like you said, great value play today. I'll have to see if it can come to fruition. But anyways, next up we've got Tony Brown, and I'm just having a bit of an issue with Skype here. Give me 1 minute. But guys, I'll do the Tony T part right now. I'll say, make sure that you hit that like button for us. Helps us out a ton. Every single like, it lets us know that you guys like what we're doing, that we're putting out great content for you guys. It lets all these cappers know that, hey, you put out great picks, you put the work in, wanting eyes are going to see it, and that's what you guys do by helping us out. I'll tell you what, if we can do another like goal today, if we can hit 100 likes by the end of the recap, I'll throw out a Nerfy play for you guys tonight. I love my Nerfy plays, love my Yerfy plays, and I think I have one on the board that I really like for tonight's action. So we can get to 100 likes, I'll throw that out for you guys after the recap. But anyways, we got Skype back up and working, so let me see if I can get Tony Brown on the line. and get a play from Tony Brown. We missed him yesterday, and I love having Tony Brown on these calls. So see if we can get Tony on for you guys. Give me one sec. And I hear something in the background, so it's usually a good sign. There he is. There's Tony Brown.
Ruffolo.
Tony Brown, how are you doing, my friend?
I can see you. Can you see me?
I can hear you, sir. Give me one sec. We're just pulling you up on the screen so everybody can see that lovely face of yours. But I'll tell you guys, Tony Brown, one of the few people that I'll get lost on the Miracle Mile with any day of the week. Always have a good time with Tony Brown. But Tony, I'll tell you, I love doing the drive-through, but man, my computer does not like it as much. So we're trying to get you on the screen here. But how's Vegas today?
It's good. Vegas is good, man. This is the last month of that super hot weather where you can, and right when that goes away, football starts. So it's just a perfect transition into the reason why I love Vegas.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. All right, so you can see Tony Brown here with another one of the higher profile games on the board tonight. The Toronto Blue Jays, a team near and dear to my heart, laying minus 120 on the road, taking on the Minnesota Twins, getting even money at home. Over under here set at 8.5.
Yeah, I love this game, man. Home field advantage is the only advantage to me that the Twins have. It's gonna be enough. They already lost game number 5 out of 6 for Toronto over Minnesota. They have dominated this late, and now Minnesota comes back for game 2 with Miley. I mean, to the Reds, but the Reds have been one of the worst teams in baseball. What does that say about you? You know what I mean? He was recently picked up in a trade from Cincinnati, Minnesota. They got him over there, but I don't think he's going to be much help. So getting these guys at only minus 120, I think that's just simply because they're the road team. Other than that, this game would have been much, much higher. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Let's Toronto keep on romping.
Yeah, especially after how last night's game shook out. The Toronto Blue Jays just absolutely took it to the Twins in that bullpen. But what did I don't know how much you kept on the trade deadline. What was the move I think that shocked you the most out of any of the trades that really went down? But I mean, a lot of people say the Padres trade and what the Padres gave up, or even what Cincinnati gave up for Luis Castillo. Did anything sort of catch your eye?
I mean, I'm a NL West or whatever, so that Padres trade, they got Juan Soto. So now they got Juan Soto, Tatis, Machado, and Bell in the first. That's like murderer's row. I even like that lineup a little bit better than I like the Yankees over there dropping bombs. So we got a good series against them starting today. That's the barometer now. I mean, that was a shock. I thought for Juan Soto, you'd have to give up, 5 first-round draft picks, some blood, some urine, maybe a couple stars. They pretty much got him for nothing. So I think that was one of the bigger trades at the deadline, and I think San Diego is definitely, I'm more worried about San Diego than any other team in the league now.
Yeah, I think you're not the only one to think about that, but I was just shocked to see how the World Series odds for the Padres dropped after that. I think they went from plus 2,000 or plus 2,500 to plus 800 at most books.
Yeah, that was a little dramatic. I mean, the books are crazy. You know what I mean? It ain't like they picked up Babe Ruth or nothing like that. I mean, Jesus Christ, that was a super drop. But that's just to get people to get the money in there. I don't still think they're better than us. And that's not just me being biased. I gave them all their props. I'm looking at it. So if we go bat for bat, okay, maybe they'll get another run. But look at their pitching staff. It's still subpar at best. And we have aces everywhere. So I still don't think that they're going to even get out of the NL West, but, those are the odds makers. I don't make odds. I just try to break them.
There you go. I might get that tattooed on my arm. I don't make odds, I break them. But anyways, got Tony here on the Blue Jays, minus 120 on the money line. But Tony, we take a look at Pick Dogs Premium. What do you have going on the board tonight?
It was a big night tonight. I got 5 plays. I usually try to stick to 3 plays, 2 out of 3 turns of profit. If we have a great night, the 3-team parlay always hits good. But, I mean, I'm not going to ever look a gift horse in the mouth. We have some great plays with some great line value tonight. And I took all 5 of them. You can get that with my Friday 5 pack. You'll get 5 plays for only $50. I mean, if you're serious about making money, you can't afford not to get that pass. And then if you don't, we got them individually for only $25. Pick any game. I believe in each one of them, and we'll make a lot of money today.
Yeah, exactly. And, Tony, we always talk, especially when you're on about this, about how, those long-term passes, some of the best value that you can invest in. Talk about betting on a daily basis, but when you go long-term like that, you're not just betting; you're making an investment long-term, and definitely it's one of those things. Especially when you use that promo code that we were talking about, OG15, it only helps you strengthen that investment.
Yeah, you can't really afford not to get it. And I'm not just saying that to sell the pass. I'm being honest. Like if you're gonna play a couple baseball games, a couple football games, a couple NBA games, if you bought the passes individually, you lose money. You know what I mean? Like these passes are all inclusive. It's not a all season pass. It's not my football pass or my baseball pass. It's an all year pass. You get 365 days to play. That's a full VIP year. Every sport I release. That's MMA, man. We're giving out horse races. Every single thing I release, playoffs, championships included. There's no upselling for one low price. And it literally equates to about $3 a day, $100 a month about it. You know what I mean? So if you bought 4 plays today, you would spend $100. So I mean, like I said, if you're serious about making money, you can't really afford not to grab those long-term passes.
Exactly. Like I couldn't have said it better myself. If you're serious about making money long-term, get the most bang for your buck. Check out the long-term passes. If you're looking for just something today, check out Tony's daily plays. I can tell you, he's got a few of them on the board, and you can't go wrong with any of them. But still, the long-term pass is your way to go. Whether it's just with Tony or pair him up with anyone on the website for that 2-for-1 cap deal. And again, I'll mention it again. That promo code OG15, all one word, all lowercase, 15% off your purchase. Take advantage of it because you're not going to find value like that anywhere. But Tony, I appreciate it. Appreciate you coming on, helping me out. It was good seeing you again. We don't talk nearly enough, but I'll hopefully see you soon. We'll catch you on the flip side somewhere down the line.
Oh yeah, man. You know my number is always welcome. You and wife always welcome when you guys pull up in Vegas. And shit, just give me a ring, man. Always appreciate you guys having me, and I'll see you guys on the show.
I appreciate you, Tony Brown. I'll be seeing you in January at some point. I know I'm coming down to visit. So, but you know me. Like I said, I'll get lost on the Miracle Mile with you any day of the week. So.
Anyways. No worries, man. Pull up on me, man. That's down when you get in town.
All right, appreciate it. Tony Brown on the drive-through. Thank you, Tony. Appreciate it. And we just move right along. Like I said, you guys hit that like button. I haven't been able to check the likes just yet, but I'm sure that we're getting closer and closer to our goal where I can get you guys that Nerf you played for tonight. And I know Rod mentioned in the comments he's got a home run prop as well for tonight's action. And you guys, again, it doesn't cost you a cent to hit that like button, but it helps us out a ton. It's worth its weight in gold. I can promise you that. But let's move on. We'll get Brad Francis on the line here. Brad, definitely taking the world by storm with Mills on that MMA show on the weekends, and I tell you they were giving out a ton of winners on the weekend, knocking out the books. Let's see if we can get Brad on the line here. He's not just a one-trick pony either. He can do it all. Do all the major sports, college as well. So, see if we can get Brad on the line here. And there we go. Brad, how's it going?
What's up, Chris? How you doing today?
I'm doing all right. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Can't complain. It's Friday, my favorite day of the week. So.
Yeah, exactly. I think I can join you in that mindset. But anyways, take a look at Brad's game here. The White Sox on the road, laying -180, visiting the Texas Rangers, +160 on the take back. Over under set at 7.5 in this one.
With the White Sox laying 1.5 to run here, this is a complete mismatch on the mound. We got Dylan Cease on the mound for the Whites and Otto on the mound for the Rangers. Cease, he's had a very solid year, especially as of late. Had a .64 ERA in his last start, and he's allowed one run in his last 12 innings pitched since the All-Star. The White Sox have still won 8 of his last 9 starts. Whenever this guy started, and the White Sox play well. And the White Sox haven't been bad in that great, but Otto, he's a very hittable pitcher. At home, Otto has a 7.39 ERA, and the Rangers have lost 7 games when Otto has started. So, look, The White Sox are able to get some runs early, up auto, get into that bullpen and win this game. So, and the White Sox, they need to win these spots if they want to keep their playoff hopes alive. They're right on the edge there. So I expect a good outing from them tonight and advantage of auto and the Rangers.
Yeah, you can see here, Brad, on the White Sox on the run line at -180. It's just crazy what Dylan Cease has been able to accomplish for much of this season. I would have thought maybe had Lance Lynn coming back into the fold, maybe he could have, led the staff, or I don't know, even Lucas Giolito still hasn't lived up to what he was supposed to be, but Dylan Cease looks like he's going to be the guy. And, I don't know I don't know if you've been following the Texas Rangers a whole lot this season. What do you think's been going wrong that, you're not able to crank out the wins with a team that has, the likes of Marcus Semien, who had 40-something home runs last year, Corey Seager, who came over from the Dodgers. And just what do you think hasn't been able to, or what do you think's been sort of the reason that the Texas Rangers haven't been able to put it together?
Yeah, I think it's just consistent. I mean, we've seen the Texas Rangers this year pull off some good wins. They've been maker at some spots, especially against the spread when you're getting plus a 1.5. But just putting it together consistently, especially against good pitching, that's where they struggled. So, I think this team has a bright future, but they just got to be a little more consistent with their batting as well as their bullpen. So, I think consistency is the issue there.
Yeah, it definitely is. And I'll tell you, the Texas Ranger team I thought had a good shot at making the playoffs, but the pitching staff just hasn't come together. Really, Martin Perez been the only one to write home about this season. But anyways, like we have here, Brad, on the Chicago White Sox on the run line -105. So Brad, we take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium. What do you have going on the board tonight?
Yeah, I got a three-pack tonight that I love. I got two MLB plays, and then I actually got a little soccer play that I like a lot too. So check that out. I think it's $50 for all three picks, so good value there. Of course, I got the 3-day, 7-day, 30-day. It's a great time to get the 3-day. We got a UFC card tomorrow that, there's some good plays on there. So I'll have some plays on that, as well as, we got a loaded baseball slate as well this weekend. So I think a 3-day is a great option for me right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't argue that. And Brad said earlier, just a minute ago, you got an MMA card this weekend. Brad, along with Mills, two of our MMA handicappers at Pick Dogs. And, to touch on that quickly, Brad, before I, talk about your long-term stuff, you guys have the MMA show as well, and I know you guys had the big show last weekend for the pay-per-view for the UFC. I asked Mills yesterday, I wanted to get your thoughts. What did you think of the pay-per-view, the main card, and any surprises for you?
Yeah, it was a decent card. That Brandon Moreno-Kai Kara-France fight for the flyweight interim title, that was a sick fight. Brandon Moreno hit him with that body shot, and shit, man, I don't care how tough you are, those body shots, if they catch you at the wrong time, it's going to drop you. So that was a super fun fight there. Of course, Amanda Nunes, she brought her A game. I had a feeling that first fight was a fluke. She wasn't messing around this time around. And Julieta Pena, she's a badass, super tough. That cut on her head was disgusting. So good card all around. I'm not mad at it. I'm excited for this one this weekend too.
I'll ask you quickly the same question I asked Mills yesterday. How many 10-8 rounds did you have in that main event?
Shit, man. Now thinking about it, at least a couple, I would say. It was a beatdown a lot of the fights. So Amanda Nunes, she's no joke. Definitely the best woman fighter in the world, and she proved it.
Yeah, absolutely. But anyways, we get back to the meat and potatoes while we're here. Brad has, like you said, that long-term pass. Some of the best value at Pick Dogs Premiums when you go long-term. But I'll tell you that 3-day, like you mentioned, there's a UFC card tomorrow. Even one of the few cappers I've heard dabble into soccer lately. So, you get everything here at Pick Dogs. Brad, like I said, not a one-trick pony. You can do it all. So check that out at Pick Dogs Premium. Go long-term, or even just get the plays for tonight. Make yourself some money. Bridge that over and go long-term. Like I keep mentioning, use that promo code OG15. All one word, all lowercase, and save 15% off your purchase. And get the most bang for your buck. And tell you, Brad won't lead you astray. But Brad, thank you for coming on tonight, helping me out, and hopefully we'll see you on the weekend. If not, we'll see you next week.
Sounds good, Chris. You're the man. Have a good weekend.
Appreciate it, Brad. Take care. Have a good night. There's Brad Francis at Pick Dogs Premium. Like I said, that one of our expert MMA handicappers, and check it out. I believe they're going to do the show tomorrow morning. I could be wrong. Tomorrow after the morning show is their they usually do the UFC preview shows, and get you guys some winners for the MMA card. I've started dabbling into MMA myself, not necessarily on the premium section, but betting on it. And man, it's a fun time, especially when you get those big underdogs, or you have those exciting fights. Definitely, like I said, great way to spend a Saturday night. But let's get Jovan Burts on the line here. He's our next capper on the drive-through. I know Jovan has another great game on the card tonight. We're going to go out west for Jovan's game, so I'll try to get him on the line here. And guys, like Rod's saying, we're 25 likes away. Hit that like button. Help us out. It doesn't cost you guys a cent, and it'll help put some money in your pocket. If we can get to it soon, we'll be able to give you those props during the recap. And I hear some noise in the background here too, so hopefully that's a good sign. Shift it over here. Jovan, I hear you, but I can't see you. There we go. I think we got, there it is. Yeah, we see you now. All right.
Yeah, for some reason the call in on my laptop. So
that's.
I had to
I've been
on the phone, so
I've been saying it all show. Modern technology been failing me over the last 2 days. I'll tell you, my computer's starting to really hate me. But let me see if we can get you on the screen here. How are things over there today?
Just waiting on the next ball. I mean, the Red Sox, they're afterthought, so it is what it is on that. But there's games to focus in on.
Yeah, absolutely. Did you have anything on that afternoon action today with the Cubs and the Pirates, or?
Nah, absolutely not.
Sorry, the Cubs and the Marlins. Sorry, I should say. Yeah, it was one of the ones that I was having trouble with as well. I'm trying to get you on the screen here, but again, like I said, my computer not liking me today. Let me see here. And really apologize for the technical difficulties, guys. I'm trying to work through them here. Let me see. Well, Jovan, I'll start by prefacing the game that you got. Like I said, you got one of the marquee games on the board tonight. A game that a lot of people have a lot of interest in. The Padres on the road. There we go. Laying plus 135 on the road. Dodgers laying minus 155 at home. Over under set at 8.5.
Yeah, and quite frankly, the Padres made a big splash. They had one, so everyone think they're just gonna be a drop, but I see Sean Manaea on the mound, and last time I checked, Sean Manaea hasn't been doing too good. 4.25 ERA for the season, but 5.8 ERA in his last three now. On the other side, Tony Gonsolin hasn't been in his last three. He's been selling ass 6.75 ERA, but Sean Manaea, when he goes up against the Dodgers, it doesn't, it really doesn't bode well for him. His last start was a 6-run, 7-hit performance in late April, and 4 1/3 innings. And just by the way he's pitching, and the fact that the Dodgers they've been hitting against lefties in their last 10 games, 304 batting average against lefties in the last 10. I'm on the Dodgers. I'm on just the take command, take names, and make a statement like, we don't care what y'all do down there in San Diego. We're running roughshod over you basically on a Friday night.
Yeah, I can't disagree. I mean, the Dodgers definitely, I believe they've taken over the best record in baseball. I could be wrong. At least that's what I heard a couple days ago. And I think everybody just starting to really invest in the Padres. I was talking about it with Tony Brown a couple segments ago, just how the Padres have gone from, I think it was plus 2,500 before the trade deadline, and now they're sitting at plus 800 to win the World Series.
Yeah, but like Thomas pointed out, they still have the pitcher rotation that they have, and as long as you have a pitcher rotation that holds, has Blake Snell on it, and you're relying on him to give you quality starts, you're in trouble. I don't care, what type of batting, on paper batting lineup that you have, so that's where I'm at with it as far as that goes.
Absolutely. Anyways, Jovan here on the Dodgers on the run line, plus 130. I think some great value on the board tonight with that one. But Jovan, we take a look at Pick Dogs Premium. What do you have going on the board tonight?
Yeah, so it's Friday, so you know what that means. It's time to take flight on these books with my Take Flight Friday laser show. I just got one play up there. Really didn't wasn't really feeling the call, but one game did jump out at me. So I'm just going full tilt with that one. And yeah, I think it's gonna be a hitter. So, you can catch me on that or catch me on one of my longer term packages, 3 day, 7 day, 30 day. 30 day lead you up into not quite the NFL season, but at least week one of college football, where I did very well last year. So, catch me on that or catch me with one of the other handicappers on the 2-for-1 capital promotional. You can't go wrong with that sports chat placing pick dogs.
No, absolutely. I think I keep saying that's where the value is. It's going long term, especially with Jovan. Like he said, he absolutely crushed it in college football last year. And definitely someone you want to hop on with long term if that's your game. If betting on college sports, college football is your game, well, Jovan's one of the guys you want to be alongside with because, like I said, absolutely crushed it last year. And even if you just go, for the daily package today, get those winnings, roll them over long term. But no matter what you do tonight, use that promo code OG15, all one word, all lowercase. Get 15% off. And like you said, it's some of the best value at Sports Chat Place and Pick Dogs. And can't go wrong, like I said, especially Jovan absolutely crushing it. And I don't think there's much more we can say other than that. But Jovan, thanks for coming on tonight. Appreciate you being patient with the technical difficulties. And I think, are we going to see you tomorrow or on Sunday for the weekend show?
Absolutely. Par for the course, Saturday and Sunday.
All right, awesome. All right, Jovan Burts on the drive-thru. Thanks, Jovan, for helping me out. We'll see you tomorrow.
All right, see you tomorrow.
All right, that was Jovan Burts. Like I said, at Pick Dogs, absolutely crushed college football last year. And now we move on. Someone who's been doing fairly well on the baseball. He's been doing on the leaderboards here and there. And definitely one of my compatriots on the morning show. Got Brian Bitler coming up next. Let me get Brian on the line here. But guys, we are so close to that like goal. Saw 97 at last check. Make sure you get those likes in because, like I keep saying, helps us out a ton. Doesn't cost you a cent, and it'll get some plays in your pocket for tonight's action. Like I said, I got a nerfy play for me tonight as well as a home run prop from Rod. And I hear some noise in the background, so that should be word that we have Brian on the line.
Hey,
I'm doing good, Brian. How are you doing?
My forgot my tripod camera's gonna be a little messed up. I forget the ball. I lost for a little bit too tonight, so get some.
Yeah, exactly. I'd rather have you here at all. I'd rather have you here vertically than not at all. So take a look at your game. Got the Yankees minus 155 on the road, visiting the St. Louis Cardinals plus 135 on the take back. Over under set at 8.5.
Yeah, I'm going to ride it with the New York Yankees and St. Louis Cardinals to go under the posted total of 8.5 on Friday night. Actually, what seems to appear on the over. See the Yankees with the second best ERA in baseball coming into this one, and you've got Nestor Cortez starting for the Yankees, and while he has been hit already recently, for the most part, he's solid this season with a 6.53. Dakota Hudson to the wild card here, but this is put up or shut up time here for the St. Louis Cardinals and a playoff push, and they will sit with the 10th best ERA as far as 3.61. So I saw being a bare knuckle brawl here. 8.5 runs. Cardinals. Yeah.
I'm trying to get you back in the shot here, Brian. I'm having a bit of trouble here, but I do have your play here. Got the Yankees Cardinals under 8.5, and it's definitely going to be, like you said, a bare knuckle brawl. I think this is just going to be a bit of a pitcher's duel. Nestor Cortez. I know, a little known fact behind the scene. Brian and I both card collectors, and I can tell you, I got a couple Nestor Cortez pieces, and he's definitely provided a bit of value for some of my cards. But do you think that the trajectory is going to go up for Cortez, or is he going to start to regress a little bit, like some people are expecting the Yankees to as well?
lucky that he's on the New York Yankees because he had a lot of focus here. I think if he was on a team like the Cincinnati Reds or Colorado Rockies, he'd be overlooked here. But I think Nestor Cortez, if it would have just been quarter of the season, we're almost complete here, and he's dead numbers. I think if he can carry it into the playoffs, that goes a long distance if you win it in the playoffs.
Yeah, I just have to wonder if he can actually, live up to that hype, or if he'll have the jitters and get tossed around a little bit in his in his first start. But I don't know. It's yet to be determined.
In a big game, I don't know if I'd go with Garrett Cole or if I'd go with Nestor Cortez. I mean, Garrett Cole makes the big money, but we've seen him get blown up from time to time. So,
yeah, like I said, I've made some money betting against Garrett Cole in his last couple starts just by watching him get blown up. But
yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh no, you're right, exactly, 100%.
Yeah. Okay, so we got Brian here. Cardinals Yankees under 8.5 -110, and Brian, take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium. What do you got on the board tonight?
Well, I'm going to try a winning day yesterday. I got my Major League Baseball best bet, my team play, just $15 at pickdogs.com. But if you want my 3-pack, that includes that $15 play. You can get my Pound Zone 3-pack, guaranteed profit for $50. Also, don't sleep on the season. Yesterday started out with a winner, more winners in store. You can get my preseason pass for just $99. There should be another 10 to 15 more preseason plays coming for me, so make sure you guys get in on that.
Yeah, definitely. Brian's got that preseason pass. One of the few cappers here that does NFL preseason, but I'll tell you, when he puts them on, he usually doesn't miss. And Brian, we always talk about long term, and the value with that promo code I mentioned again, OG15, going long term, whether it's with Brian or part of the 2-for-1 capper deal, or even just the daily pass. But we also don't talk about it enough, the YouTube VIP package, the YouTube Premium. Help me tell everybody about it for those people here who may not know about it.
Yeah, it's crazy. Another thing with me getting older, I make it a point that I want to mention that in my videos that I do every day, and then somehow I always forget to mention it. I don't know what it is, but guys are YouTube Premium VIP members for $100 a month. You get a premium play from me, Mitch, and Chris every single day. Plus, I believe you get a 30-day consensus report. So, long way, now is the time to sign up because we got football just around the corner.
Yeah, absolutely. Football around the corner. On those slow days, we were giving out a bunch of plays, even with like a normal 15-game card. Imagine what will happen on the weekends when we finally get football back. It'll be
first touchdown prop.
Yeah, there you
can't wait.
How many of those did you hit last year? I'm not trying to blow smoke, but
yeah, the Super Bowl. I remember. Was it Beckham who scored the first touchdown?
I can't remember off the top of my head.
Whatever it was, I hit it, and I went right back in and put it on the wrong team. And I lost it, but
yeah, well, I'll tell you, Brian hit a lot of
anyway, I like my first touchdown prop. That's my thing. I like that.
Yeah, the first touchdown prop, the home run props we give out every day as well. So definitely hop on that YouTube, the YouTube Premium. Like I said, you're not going to find anybody's monthly package on the website for $100 a month, and you're getting three guys.
And here you get 3.
Yeah, exactly.
Times 3. Yeah.
So,
there you go.
But anyways, Brian, thanks for coming on, helping me out tonight, and I'll see you tomorrow morning when we do the
yeah.
YouTube
I normally
show.
say have a great weekend, but I'm gonna see you tomorrow morning, and along with the rest of the guys, and we'll bust some balls and have some fun.
100%. Thanks, Brian. Appreciate it. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right.
Take care. Brian Bitler at Pick Dogs Premium. Like I said, also on the morning show. We bust chops, but we also have a lot of fun doing that morning show, and definitely, worthwhile reason for me to get up in the morning and have fun with Mitch and Brian, and on the weekends, all the other cappers as well. But without further ado, we're gonna go back to the OG Puck Dogs here. I'm gonna bring in Rod Zawacky, get Rod on the line in just a second, and talk a little bit more baseball tonight, and be able to get you guys that home run prop, just because I want to make sure we get it in before the prime time games start. I'm going to have a recap for you as well after my play, after we talk to Rod here, but let's get him on the line first. And there we go. Rod, how's it going?
Going. Good. Can't complain.
Oh, we can, but who's going to listen?
Well, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Anyways,
This guys I don't want to see it anymore.
Oh God, I can't. Yeah, let's leave the cows on the ground. I'll tell you. I think I could definitely agree with you on that one. But anyways, we got the Braves here. Rod's gave take a look at this marquee NL East division matchup. The Braves on the road taking on the New York Mets at Citi Field. Braves plus 110, Mets minus 130. Over under set at 8.5 in this one.
This game, one of the series looked pretty solid doing it. And he's had his ups and downs all season long. As one, and I expect him. I have no doubt, as he is 3 on the road this season. Best ball giving up like runs ERA about 4.88, so between 4 or 5 runs. One walker, sure, he's been solid with a 1.93, but as well 4-2 at night with a 4.6 ERA, so he runs as well. And when this comes back down to I like the best, and I go with the Braves on that one. Braves are one of them bounce back after a loss. Braves 38-13 loss. They're also great on the road following a loss, with a nice win. And bat wise, I think Braves can hit up on one with their both these teams are pretty each, and I think I think the bats of Atlanta just a little bit Mets. Road dogs. Road are 330, 235. And the Mets, well, last 7 in game 2 of a series. I'm going to go with the Braves. They come back and win game 2, even with Anderson on the mound.
You just had to throw the little caveat in the end, mention Ian Anderson, because Rod knows one of my least favorite arguably my least favorite pitcher in this Braves rotation. I still don't know how this guy was a 3rd overall pick. Well, this was like 5 years ago, but I just I have a hard time sometimes with these games because there's so much at stake for these two teams, and I'll just throw this at you, quickly. What do you think is going to happen long term? You think at the end of if somebody came to you and said you had to pick Braves or Mets to win the division, we still got about 50-something games left, who you putting your money on?
For me, I'm going to go the Braves. I don't trust the Mets. They're down the line, sure, they lights out baseball, but been there, done that. I've been one on the team that's been. You got to beat the champs to be the champs. So, that's what we're going to get down as the series coming playoffs. Wow, I'll be excited. That'd be a great series.
Can you imagine we get we get like all division series? I think it would be a great way. You have Braves. If you did Braves, Mets, Dodgers, Padres, and Brewers, Cardinals, or something like that. Probably wouldn't happen because you probably have the Brewers as the number 1 seed, but you could probably still get some great playoff matchups out of that.
Oh, definitely. We playoffs ridiculous this season. I can see it. Excited.
Yeah.
And for all the other sports coming up as well.
Especially with especially with the addition of that 3rd wild card spot, it's definitely going to add some intrigue to the playoffs this year.
Exactly.
Yeah. But anyways,
we always get to throw in the playoff mix, then that'll more exciting.
100% makes the last couple days of the season a lot more interesting. But got Rod here on the Atlanta Braves on the money line at plus 110. And Rod, we take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium. What do you have on the board for tonight?
For me, going on the board tonight, I've got my Bookie Buster play. We've hit back-to-back on that one. You can pick that up over at Premium for $20 if you like that one alone. Or it's Steak Friday, so I've got my Steak Friday triple going over there at Pick Dogs Premium. Or like we've been saying, best way is to grab a 3-day, get you every weekend. Grab a 1 day, get you everything this week. And grab 30 days, everything the rest of this month. Great deal that I've got going now is I get the rest of the season. Everything I got now until You can deal up, use UG15 and that to pretty close to about $100 a month. Get you the rest of the whole everything I got going. It'll even get you. It'll get you all the college football, right to the playoffs. There, it'll get you part of the NBA season, part of NFL. That's the best deal I got going over at Pick Dog. Scoop it up. UG15.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think I could have said it any better. I've been saying that all show. That promo code OG15 getting 15% off your purchase. If you missed Christmas in July, unfortunately doesn't carry over to be Christmas in August, but 15% off still not a bad consolation prize if you missed out. And like Rod said, hopping on long term, some of the best value you could get, especially if you take the daily package, make money there, and then roll it over into something long term. And Rod, I'll tell you, 2-for-1 capper deal. They could go OG Puck Dogs with both of us, or pair you up with anyone else on the website as part of that 2-for-1 capper deal. Get more bang for your buck with that 15% off.
Oh, exactly, right? That's a great deal, a 2-for-1 capper deal. On that, you can pick your two favorite cappers and use UG15 and 10% off and be rolling right into the season. So
it's one of the best values, like I said. But Rod, I think we're getting close to that 7:00 hour. I can see we already hit the light goal. Did you want to throw out that home run prop just before the recap, and that way we can at least make sure we get it in for you?
Definitely, let's roll. Now Schwarber here too, a home run. You look Schwarber against the Nats. Reason he's only batting 203 on the year, but against the Nats he's batting 5 with 6 home runs and 8 RBIs. So he just, for some reason, he's like to play for you guys. I just love to beat you guys up harder. And he's facing Josiah Gray, and Josiah Gray, he's 4-8 against Josiah Gray with a couple home runs as well. Let's take Kyle Schwarber to hit a home run. Extra bonus play for everybody.
Exactly. Thank you guys for helping us hit our like goal. And Rod, thank you for coming on, helping me out, and helping me out in the chat with making sure everybody remembers that promo code OG15. But I'll probably see you at some point on the weekend.
Definitely. I'll see you tomorrow morning on the weekend show. So let's get these winners so we can be proud and bragging about some winners tomorrow.
Absolutely. All right. Thanks, Rod. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Take care. Zawacky on the drive-through, because, like I said, this OG Puck Dogs. Rod and I have been here basically together since the very beginning, but still, it's always fun to have Rod on the drive-through. But I said we're going to take a look at my game now. We're getting a little bit closer. I want to get the recap in for you guys. My game time, looking at the Rockies and Diamondbacks at my Rockies plus 110, Diamondbacks minus 130 at home, and over/under set 8.5 here. I'm going to be looking at the home favorite here. I'm going to take the Arizona Diamondbacks, mainly because, yes, Madison Bumgarner starting here, but he does have a 3.0 ERA at home this season. And while the Rockies have been one of the best against left-handed pitching on the entire season, they've really struggled over the last month against lefties, hitting the 4th worst batting average in the major leagues against left-handed pitching over the last month. And one of the metrics I like to take a look at, WRC plus weighted runs created, basically it's just a metric on how to measure, true hitting. And the Rockies, I'd say the average is about 100. So if you're hitting around 200, you're elite. Anything below that, below average. The Rockies, a weighted runs created plus rating of 67. So they're hitting below average against left-handed pitching over the last month. And quite frankly, I just don't trust German Marquez completely here. I think if he doesn't, cost the Rockies any sort of runs here, the Rockies bullpen will do more than enough for us to help us get the Diamondbacks cash in as a winner here. So I'm going to go with the Arizona Diamondbacks on the money line, minus 130. Guys, I also got my $15 pickoff play on the board today. So we hit 3 straight pickoff plays. I'm hoping to make it 4 in a row tonight with my best bet on the board for $15. That $15 play also part of my Fastball Friday 3-pack for $40 at Pick Dogs Premium. Or, we've been mentioning it all show long. Hop on something long term. It's going to be the best bang for your buck, especially with that promo code OG15, all one word, all lowercase. It's some of the best value for you over at Pick Dogs Premium. Now, before we get to the recap, I'll throw out my Nerfy play really quickly. I'm going to go with the under. Or not the under. The Nerfy between the Seattle Mariners and Los Angeles Angels. Just you have some of the top end hitters for the Los Angeles Angels in a massive slump right now. Guys like Jared Walsh, Taylor Ward. I think Shohei Ohtani is going to be the best of the bunch. But I think this is a spot where Robbie Ray can get back on track. mainly because his struggles for the most part came against the Houston Astros, a team that he's just been absolutely shelled against this season. On the other side, though, Patrick Sandoval, I'd say he's the number 2 pitcher in that Angels rotation, right alongside Ohtani. Problem for Sandoval is that he can pitch as well as he wants. He just hasn't been getting the support that he needs to really, get the job done and get wins for the Angels and for himself, for that matter. But I do think he comes out strong here. I think we have a scoreless first inning, so I'm going to take the Nerfy between the Los Angeles Angels and the Seattle Mariners. But let's get to the recap. Al, speaking of that Angels-Mariners game, Al Ninos was on the Los Angeles Angels on the money line at plus 170. Tony Brown came in with the Toronto Blue Jays on the money line at minus 120. Brad Francis came in with the Chicago White Sox. Oh, that was a little bit mistimed there. The Chicago White Sox on the run line, minus 105. Also had Jovan, the Los Angeles Dodgers on the run line, plus 130. Brian came in with the Cardinals and Yankees under 8.5. Rod Zawacky coming in with the Atlanta Braves on the money line at plus 110. And my play tonight, the Arizona Diamondbacks on the money line, plus 130. Guys, thank you so much for having patience with me. Tony T will be back on Monday. Don't have to deal with as many technical difficulties. But I'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for our weekend show. We're going to have tons of great cappers on. Some of the cappers that you saw today will likely join us as well. And thank you guys so much for coming out, checking us out. And remember, smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. And make sure, like I said, use that promo code OG15 for 15% off your purchase at Pick Dogs Premium. Thanks so much, guys. Let's cash some.